Hey kiddies, it's been a few weeks. Did you miss me? The campaign is nearly over, with one banner long gone and another at death's doorstep. Let's be clear, this is all bait before new semester and Chapter 16 banners kick into full drive. But knowing this, is the bait still worth biting? Aizen. After training his chastity for several years, the Wisdom King finally removes his belt to release his aching skill set from his shackles. Aizen moves to sit in front of his Dharma practitioners to impart his revitalizing energy. Through his virtuous abstinence, Aizen has mastered the ability to draw in the impurities of his practitioners to himself, where he patiently depedals each vice. And with each vice, Aizen converts that adulterous passion into fortitude and restoration, while rousing his own power. His training edging his limit has also taught him the power of allowing oneself to indulge, and as such, he and his practitioners may now enjoy his boons without any external impurities vexing their dharma. Excellent for facing the most brutal and debilitating challenges. Aizen only revels and thrives in your every attempt to irreversibly corrupt them. Who's the goodest boy? That's right, you are, Garmr. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. See that person over there? He's gonna harm your masters. So you know what you're gonna do? That's right. Rush, maim, and disarm them, and guard us all from harm. You always get worked up so easily. Yes, you do. Whether at the start of battle or when you're hit. But I know you're just eager to keep your acceleration up, so you can do your best to guard us and attack any intruders. Yes, I do know. What's that? You want walkies? Sorry, boy. I know you're the goodest. I know. But I can't bring you to any real challenges that could hurt you, much less any farms too wide for you. Stay. There. Attaboy. Lose yourself to the beat. Let the heat lift you off your feet. Follow its swift steps, and the ceremonial lion's dance will enfever you and ward off any black magic. As Barong feverishly continues his performance, he gradually experiences an ego death with dexterity and infectious ferocity ever rising to his impending demise. But let no widows ruin his groove. He can evade mortal disruptions to his routine, while uniquely denying his audience their own ability to resist joining him into the next celestial realm. Although the risk comes packed with reward, the height of his dance euphoria are innumerably dwarfed by other safer options, and his guts purging has been deprecated by a free equip from Andvari's shop long ago. While his sense of self may be long gone to himself, he's still up for grabs if you want to sense all of him yourself. In classic mom fashion, the Scarlet Woman prepares some over-sugared snacks for her family. No child will be left malnourished, Babalon ensures, as her force-fed sweets fuel and recuperate her children. Now too filled to even walk. After seeding her victims of affection, she takes to the streets to show off her fattened livestock, and remains on guard while she bewitches her next toy to extract sustenance from. Though doing her best to support her wards, there's an entire world of heartier meals out there they can enjoy without having to chain themselves down. Just be sure to call her regularly, okay? Mother misses you. Kengo! This is Kengo Takabushi, the muscle of the summoners. Our humble guild mostly consists of a bunch of high schoolers like him, all from the same class. How could we ever compete with the various gods and demons from competing guilds, you may ask? Well, let me introduce you to kindness, mercy, and empathy. Through the kindness of his well-toned body protecting him, Kengo shrugs off death perpetually as long as he's buffed, and he boasts enough personal buffs to remain unkillable 80% of the time per turn. By the same measure, his hypermetabolism lets him walk off most debuffs, with little in the way to keep him from moving either. Through the mercy of his devastating hammer swing, adversaries are granted painless, instantaneous stats, and swaths the closer Kengo himself is to his own limit, a limit which he cannot break through due to his kindness and immortality. And through empathy, Kengo pours more of his boundless power into his nearby allies as this same limit is approached, giving them the power of 50 men each. It is difficult to call Kengo a solo carry when his incalculable strength so easily flows into his allies too. Don't let our guild leader's underestimation of him have you fooled. With Kengo alone, victory is ascertained in nearly any challenge, and his raw strength at full health still poses a sizable threat for farming as well. His potential for growth, and the potential of your bond's growth, is infinite. Andvari. This miserly dwarf. Love him or hate him, he's central to farming due to his native coin bonus. Inferior and unstackable with the bonuses variant offers, but nonetheless still essential if you don't have that variant. You can fittingly consider his inclusion as a tax of sorts to your team's arrangement. but bringing his rare form now offers the very attractive benefit of reliable and powerful local amp, making Andvari perfect to put next to your board wiper or calm clears of choice. His axe isn't just for show though. With his magic ring, Andvari ventures forward to realize his business ideas and strikes a critical fortune with every swing, draining his opponent's energy. Those forcefully coveting his power will instead suffer the curse of the ring, ensuring that which he treasures is safe from injury and ailment. Is there a matching ring I can wear? No curse beats the profit of forever being with you.
Choji!
Unbuckle for this chef's full-course meal. First up, the appetizer. Served throughout and whetting the appetite for both Chef Choji Imori and his customers with some mildly filling spring rolls offered at various timings. The main course, a selection of mighty steak cuts paired with some fortifying truffles doused in sesame oil. The fuller one is, the more his meats will kindle one's strength. The salad course offered every third plate, some nourishing greens to revitalize and recharge his patrons. Lastly, the dessert. First come first served, as there's only enough to go alongside the first 3 salad courses, where it uniquely satisfies a modest fraction of hunger, though providing for the broadest needs. The main course lacks the greasing options and may be too plain on its own to knock customers out in one bite. A sous chef or 2 fitting in back there could help him out.
Arsalan!
With his Frankenstein of a kit, Arsalan challenges the right to the throne of Quick Charge Fill when struck, combined with a Quick Charge Cycle, depending on how many he hits. Though I don't think he'll be deposing Amaterasu anytime soon. He doesn't boast nearly as much defense as her, but at least he's got guts and the know-how to patch himself up. His hot amp is quite unique, though Gabriel does a better job at best utilizing the same effect. Although he's unlikely to upend his fate, you're welcome to help him try anyway by his side.
Tezcatlipoca!
The world rep of El Dorado hits the popgun stall to showcase his battle experience as one of this game's earliest snipe support column clearers. With his intelligence from the back line and wild fixation for conflict, Tezcatlipoca identifies the weak points of the targets found within his crosshair, letting him and his frontliner to jointly shoot them down within their aisle. Though unlikely, in the event of a failed hit, Tezcatlipoca mitigates counterfire with his trademark smoke and mirrors. A veteran suited for both primary and complementary damage, Tezcatlipoca intermingles well with most triple clear setups. Enlist today, and you too can join with him in the line of duty, and outside of it.
Balor!
With the pierce of his imposing eye, the king of giants slays many a foe in the battlefield. Though the dream of a happy future with his grandchild rouses his spirits, engaging in grisly confrontations demoralizes him. If he's staved off combat to gather enough motivation, Balor's gaze can inflict a paralyzing omen of doom, and while the enemy is enfeebled to his watchful eye, Balor only welcomes anyone to conquer him, refusing to use any protection. If you're up for the task of making this beast your own, a difficult toil in the farming fields awaits. He can't always keep his peak up, with unreliability and tight charge meter conditionals going part and parcel with his amps. His refusal to clothe himself also leaves him vulnerable and unable to sustain his damage safely. If you're hoping he'd conquer you instead and leave you breathless, well, that can be arranged.
Yasuyori!
The senior commander of the Warmongers boasts some thicker quads after crushing many a pinata under his weight. Yasuyori Kobungo Inuta marches into battle with yet another pinata ready to burst at the seams, and can choose either to thwack it open to showcase the explosive surprise inside, or to keep moving with it to his next destination. Each step he takes brings the focus to his candy-stuffed reindeer, though he won't be taken down in one hit without attempting to fully disarm the enemy. With this counter technique, Yasuyori ensures his platoon is well armed and well protected against artillery and sabotage alike. When Yasuyori halts and the payload is finally deployed, hostiles will be summarily taken down by both the pinata frags and the now candy-fueled troops supporting him. Yasuyori thereafter quickly works in the face of both adversity and encouragement to build his next pinata bomb, while continually resupplying his cadets. Though vicious in his command over both direct and supportive offense, his quirky methods of achieving it via pinata warfare has a number of inefficiencies in incompatible timings, restrictive conditions, and moderate reliability that make his deployment only suitable for less technically demanding operations. Commander, if I may offer a superior side training regimen. Men, assume the position and support him with all you got. Only one returning topic this time. Wow, pulling for that Kengo banner just might have been worth it with that recent Evo. Too bad he's already unavailable. In all seriousness though, while he can trivialize nearly all content in the game, we aren't short on units like that. To decisively win an easy game is fine enough, but relevance for optimized gameplay is a real indicator for if a unit is absolutely must-have. Don't get me wrong, Kengo is phenomenal, but he's certainly not free and easily obtainable like Yig or Yul, isn't cut out for speed-optimized board wipes like Oscar, and isn't a booster like Andvari. Speaking of him, while it's tempting to pull for his 4-star, Andvari will forever be suboptimal the moment you secure your own Andvari variant. You can just wait for Anniversary to acquire him, or hope he spooks you off banner some other time. The other strong units among both banners come at a very distant second to Kengo, so my final assessment should be clear. Save your stones, because new semester in Chapter 16 is right around the corner. That's all for now, cuties. Catch you next time!